Yo, 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 what is good, everybody? What's happening? Welcome back to the Open Gym. Appreciate everybody pulling up on this New Year's Eve game. Atlanta is taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. They are back at the crib, so we got a home game for Atlanta. We will be tapped in here shortly, but I want to say appreciate everybody once again. Happy New Year early on. Happy New Year. Just getting my tags right. Just give me 1 second. But how's everybody doing, man? Everybody ready for the new year? Everybody got New Year plans? Everybody ready to go welcome in the new year, however y'all welcoming in? I'm just finna watch Stranger Things at the crib. I don't know about y'all. I'm chilling. But welcome in, everybody. The game is about to tip off. Y'all know how the NBA goes. They like to be, 5, 10 minutes behind. All right, y'all. Yo, yo, yo. What's up? Hello, hello, everybody saying what's up in the chat. What's happening? What's happening? But Hawks come in on a 7-game skid. So we didn't get our Christmas wish for the Hawks winning, but hey, maybe we can start off the new year with a dub. Last game against OKC was competitive. I know Coach Quinn even said moral victories aren't really too much of a thing in the NBA, but it was good to see the guys fight like that against the number one team in the league. So if you're looking for something positive to take away from that game, they fought. And they fought in the next game. That was a game of prior to OKC, so they've been competitive these last couple games. It hasn't just been like teams are walking over the Hawks. These last couple teams are the best in their respective conferences. We played the Knicks and the Thunder, so it's not too bad of a result. So I'm not stressing too much. No trade tonight. He is dealing with that right quad contusion. I know the media is gonna tell you that the Hawks are talking about trading him. I would be sick if they do, but I don't believe that's gonna be the case for Atlanta. I think Atlanta's gonna hold on to Trey for the rest of the year and figure it out. If this team is successful, I do believe this front office will buy into Trey. I really don't think it's gonna be too much of an issue, to be honest. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are just waiting for tip off. So like I said, y'all know how it goes. So we got the starters here. For Minnesota is DiVincenzo, Ant-Man, Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, and Rudy Gobert. But for Atlanta, it's going to be Nikhil Alexander Walker. He is facing off against his old team. It's going to be Dyson, Zach, Jalen, and Onyeka. So let's get it started, man. Let's get it started. So tip off is about to be any second now. Any second now. I don't know, man. Something tells me Atlanta's going to surprise us. They got Jalen back. They got Chris Stapps back. They don't have Trey back. But shorthand the Hawks played really well against OKC. So I know that was just one game. And I know, hey, man, I know things happen. But hey, OKC is out the way for Atlanta. And now let's hope they can get a win, get bring in this new year with some better energy that has been surrounding the team because it's been tough to be honest. It has been tough. So Nikhil facing his old squad. He had 30 last game, so hopefully Nikhil can tap into whatever he's been tapping into. He's had 5 career 30-point games coming into this year. He has 5 30-point games already this season. So Nikhil has stepped up in a huge way for Atlanta. So Atlanta definitely needs Nikhil's production tonight against a pretty good Minnesota Timberwolves team. I think. Oh, that tip was kind of out of nowhere. All right, all right, all right, all right, lady. All right, so Hawks get a three. I didn't really catch who made that, but it don't matter. It's a 3-point lead. That's all we know. That's all that matters. Nikhil thought about committing to that, but Rudy Gobert smoked the lip, so we good, man. That was Rudy Gobert. We ain't worried about that. Dyson attacks. Minnesota picks up. Dishes to Jalen. Jalen finds Onyeka. Onyeka's been playing really well as well. So Dyson gets the push shot to go. So Dyson's offense is starting pretty well here this early on this game. This New Year's Eve game. But yeah, like I was saying, Onyeka has been hooping. He had 30. No, he had 26 last night. Or not last night, but the last game. So DiVincenzo scrappy with it. He pushes the ball out of bounds off of Jalen, I guess. So Atlanta is 26-9 all time versus Minnesota. So they do have Minnesota's number um, in their not so frequent matchups. They have the twice a year matchups. So Atlanta is struggling at home as well, though. They are 5-11 at home. They do play better on the road for some odd reason. It's just the way it goes. So Porzingis coming off the bench. I don't know if y'all noticed. Porzingis is coming off the bench his first game back. He's missed the last 10 games for Atlanta. It's been like 2 weeks and some change. So Onyeka's first three can't get it to go, but it looked good. So I don't think Atlanta will emulate their shooting performance from the OKC game. They had 25 threes, um, 6 players with three or more. That's good defense as Jalen just goes straight up against um, Jaden McDaniels. So hey man, I know I'm a little biased, but I really think Atlanta can turn it around this game. I really do think this could be the turning point for Atlanta this season. I know some folks have lost hope, and I low key with everything surrounding the team, all the reports and stuff. Nikhil, so we got a foul here, legal screen. So yeah, like I said, with all the reports, which again I am a fan, so I'm not really inclined to believe all the reports, unless it's verifiable and whatnot. But yeah, with all that stuff going on, Ricochet can't get that one to go, can't get that to fall. But nice 3-point shot. Look, I was starting to lose a little bit of confidence, but hey, winning changes everything. Jalen, too easy, just gets the finger roll to go. But like I said, winning changes everything. So once Atlanta wins a couple games, I think all the narratives will change. Oh man, Atlanta's back on track. Oh, look at this, look at that. So like I said, once they start winning, I'm not really too worried about it. So it's good help by Zach, but Atlanta just mismatched by Rudy Gobert. Short. So it's 4-7. Atlanta's offense has cooled down a little bit. Anthony Edwards just in transition. That is one thing Atlanta needs to key in on this game. Transition defense. It has been fairly bad and one. So they're playing letting the guys play a little loose here. It's 6-9. Zach gets his fifth point to go. Um, there was another article today I read as well that Atlanta's more than likely gonna stand pat. Um, they're not gonna make any midseason moves. Um, as Jalen gets the three up, can't get it to go, but Dyson stays active, finds Nikhil at the top for three. So Nikhil gets his first bucket. It's 12-6. Nikhil is averaging 20 points this game. But yeah, like I said, that article just kind of reiterated Atlanta will probably more than likely, not make any midseason trades unless things go really really south. But um, yeah, that's what I was kind of leaning towards. But Yeka gets the nice reverse to go. Like I was saying, there's really no need for Atlanta to make a mid-season trade. I mean, obviously, this losing streak isn't the greatest for vibes, for the team, for the fans, for the national media to report on. So it's not like the greatest as Anthony Edwards rises up and knocks the triple down. He's feeling it. 4 of 8 from the field for Minnesota. Anthony Edwards has 7 points. Jalen rises up and cancels that three ball right back. Jalen Johnson knocks down the three and says, I got you, big dog. So Jalen has 5. So we got a foul here on Ricochet. So yeah, reports saying Atlanta would like to include Ricochet or would be willing to include Ricochet in an AD deal and Trey, but Dallas doesn't want Trey. So I don't know. You just got to be careful what you believe with all these reports. I think a lot of it can be smoke and mirrors sometimes. So offensive rebound for Minnesota leads to a 3-point shot for Julius Randle. So Atlanta's gonna have to stay on top of that as well. They did a good job last game against OKC. They did get a significant amount though. Jalen back-to-back triples for 3. So Jalen knocks down the triple and gives him 8 points. So Atlanta holding on to a 6-point lead here early on in the first quarter. Julius Randle says, I'll join the party. So it is a 3-point party here in State Farm early on. 20-17. Dyson attacks and catches Rudy Gobert slacking. So that's great stuff from Dyson. Dyson had a pretty good game last game, offensively as well. I mean, it was decent. I wouldn't say great, but McDaniel's short. Dyson gets the rebound. Good offense from Atlanta. Almost everybody touched the ball. I don't know what's happening here. Let's have Bob Rathbone fill us in. Might have to grab a tissue real quick. Y'all have to blow my nose. Excuse me. I might have to do that frequently as well. You know, this weather change has been messing me up. So I don't know what's going on right here. So great start for Atlanta. Um, great start, low key. So we got a commercial break. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna blow my nose real quick. All right, my fault, y'all. My fault. It is that season, y'all. It is that season. Make sure y'all take y'all vitamin C, elderberry, all that stuff. Cause boy, I'm struggling. All right, we gonna turn that down. These commercials be killing me. But Atlanta off to a good start though. I'm gonna pull up the stats real quick. Appreciate everybody tapping in to the open gym against, or not against, but for this Minnesota and Atlanta game. Happy early New Year. Hopefully everybody got plans. I'm chilling at the crib this year, man. I'm chilling at the crib. Ain't no need to go out. It's cold, man. I don't feel good. Stranger Things come out. Stranger Things really has taken over the holiday. How many of y'all watching Stranger Things tonight before y'all go out? I know I would. I know I definitely would be pre-gaming to some Stranger Things for sure. But back to the game for now. Back to the game. Jalen Johnson, 8 points. So great stuff from Jalen. Not the usual game. He usually has 5 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists by now. But Jalen just got straight 8 points. He said, I'm getting straight buckets tonight. So the return of Porzingis, he has yet to make his appearance, but it looks like he's loading up right now to sub in for Onyeka. Thankfully, Onyeka does not have to play as much. Excuse me. But like I said, thankfully Onyeka does not have to play as much. It's not that I don't want Onyeka to play. It's like, man, he's been having to carry the load at the five position for a while now. Atlanta does not have a true backup five, and Folly Dante got hurt. He tore his ACL, unfortunately. So no N'Faly Dante anymore. So that third string center for Atlanta is just gone. So Atlanta does have a roster spot open and available to sign somebody. But I don't believe they're gonna sut. I don't believe they're gonna cut N'Faly Dante. I think it'll just be more so they'll just sign somebody else. Beat let it go. He's playing. He's actually playing his previous team as well. That's a good pass. So we got all the Caucasians in right now. So Dyson does a good job to corral that rebound. Excuse me. Dyson attacks almost, and Porzingis fighting just can't get it to go there. Swing from Minnesota, and that's a bucket. So it's a 2 point deficit for Minnesota. 2 point lead for Atlanta. So we do have a round of substitutions in here for Atlanta. Luke Kennard is in, V. Krejci is in, and Kristaps Porzingis. So Quinn Snyder decided to play all the white boys at once, huh? I mean, that probably was his vision. And in all honesty, I really think Quinn's plan was to have Porzingis come off the bench, but I think some things got in the way of that. So Kristaps is trying to find his rhythm. It's his first game back in 10 games, so give him a little grace. Nas Reed spins off Jalen. That was a good spin, but he blew the layup. Jalen corrals the rebound. Ooh, what a dime to Dyson. Dyson has to turn around because Minnesota's defense, but Jalen Johnson just says, I'm going straight through there. 24 to 20, 10 points for Jalen. He's 4 or 5 from the field. So excellent stuff from Jalen tonight. I guess I should say today. It is the middle of the day. I guess everybody has New Year's Eve off. I guess it is a game for the kids though. Dyson finds Luke in the corner. Can't tee it up. It's 24-22. But yeah, I mean that's cool for the kids. So Jalen collects another rebound as Mike Conley cannot get that one to go. So Jalen gets his own miss. Dyson swings to Porzingis, and Porzingis cannot knock down that three. So, like I said, Porzingis is trying to find his rhythm. So I'm sure he'll hopefully hit the next one. Porzingis is averaging 19 this season. I think he's fit somewhat well in Atlanta's system. I don't think I don't think honestly, and there's nothing against Chris Stapps. I don't think he's the same talent he used to be. I don't think he's the same Chris Stapps. So we have a break in action. It's a timeout for one of the teams, but I don't think he's the same Chris Stapps. Meaning, I don't think should get that starting five spot. I really think Onyeka Okongwu fits Atlanta's scheme better at the starter role. I don't think that really means too much. They could get the same amount of minutes, but because that's really all that matters anyway. Just minutes played, and if you finish the game out, that's really the spot you want to be in the game for. So uh, yeah, I really don't think Chris Stapps was the guy to start at five for Atlanta, but I really do think he is a necessary and helpful asset on the roster. So Levi says, "Go Raptors." I guess shout out to the Raptors. Um, Although I'm not really messing with the Raptors this year, they have smoked Atlanta each matchup. So hopefully it's one of those situations where Toronto has Atlanta's number throughout the regular season, but when it comes playoff time, Atlanta just handles business. So Levi, I'm gonna let it slide, man. You can get your Go Raptors off. You good, brother? You good? You good? But appreciate everybody tapping in, man. Again, New Year's Eve is upon us. Stranger Things 2026 is here. So Levi, what is happening? Appreciate you tapping in. Like I said, appreciate everybody tapping in, whether you're on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, whichever platform you're on. I greatly appreciate it. Definitely helps the channel grow. So greatly appreciate y'all. And hopefully Atlanta can get a dub. Uh, First quarter has gone slightly Atlanta's way. It's a 2 point lead. Offense kind of holding it down. Minnesota staying in the game by transition and just crashing the glass and second chance opportunities. So Nikhil has never scored over 10 points in his career. He's averaging 20. Facts, bro. That was he's still with us though. That was Keaton Wallace. He actually got some playing time last game. I'm sure he'll get some PC tonight. No Trey Young, but yeah, he'll be alright, man. He just got signed to a contract, so he alright. So Porzingis, that was a good shot opportunity, but out of the timeout, but he just can't get it to go. But yeah, Keaton has definitely recovered. He came through clutch last game. He about had 12 points, almost perfect, perfect from three. So he's doing pretty good. Yeah, he got signed to a guaranteed contract, no 2-way this year. So he definitely had the money. Insurance was treat him right, I bet. Porzingis with a deep three. Let's go. 27-22. Yeah, Panda. Rudy Gobert. He's not doing that. So Porzingis got to work on his haircuts, though. So Anthony Edwards drives against Asa Newell. I'm a little behind here. My apologies. So Anthony Edwards rattles that home. Asa Newell has been playing a lot more for the Hawks as well. So Chris Stapps more than likely on a minutes restriction. Excuse me, As y'all can probably tell, my sinus is whooping me. So it's 23-27, a minute 48. So like I said, Kristaps probably getting put on a minutes restriction today. It's his first game back in 10 games. So good to see him back. Hey, as Nikhil just dices through the lane. As Nikhil has been having a feeling for Trey. He's out with that quad contusion. So Nikhil is, doing well this game. Had an excellent game against the Thunder last one. His V crazy. Can't get that to go, but Asa Newell cleans it up. What a putback. So Asa Newell dunked on about 5, 6 people, even his own teammate down there. So shout out to Asa, man. He's been getting much deserved playing time. He's playing a lot better. Um, Facts. I am glad KP is back as well. Ben Simpsons. I'm glad KP is back as well. Freeze up on Yeka. It's on Yeka. Take breathers during games now. It's not all relying on Onyeka. Hey, Asa Newell just dunked on Onyeka. I'm so weak. I'm so weak. Asa got the dunk off, but it was friendly fire. But yeah, I know it's I would say positive problem to have. As Ace is getting playing time, but I know Mo Gay is, right behind him, itching and chomping at the bit, trying to get some PT. So, like I said, it's a positive problem to have for Atlanta. But hey, Onyeka gets cleans up the glass this time. So Onyeka and Asa just holding it down on the glass over there on offense. So shout out to the bigs in at the moment. Because Quinn is going to that lineup that he loves, a 3 guard lineup. Nikhil, Kennard, and Krejci are in with Asa and Onyeka. But Asa and Onyeka are playing at this is the rate they're supposed to play at with these three in, or whatever variation of these three. Veet fires it over to the corner. Asa can't quite get that three to go, but it looked good. Asa is the best 3-point shooter in the rookie class. So Luke Kennard catching Nas Reed slipping, gets the steal. Shout out to Luke Kennard. Oh, Nikhil with the spin. Swing. Oh, swing that. V corner three. Hey, it was a good look. So Atlanta's gonna go into the second quarter up by 7 points. I really think Atlanta can turn it around this game. That's not saying they're gonna go on like a 20-game win streak, but hey, the next 7 out of 8, next 8 out of 10 would be nice. So first quarter is over with. Atlanta's holding on to a 7-point lead. It is 33-26. Shout out to Atlanta. All the Hawks are playing well. Um, they're playing with energy, playing with a fire under them. Um, it's been a variation, but Nikhil and Dyson have been guarding Ant-Man. But Ant has got his buckets in transition a lot. He's hit a pretty 2 deep threes, so he's having an all right game. He's gotten to the line a couple times, so like I said, I'm about to be blowing my nose frequently. So give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna grab a water, all that stuff. We are in the first quarter break, so we'll be right back to hopefully see Atlanta continue playing with some energy. So give me 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay, good stuff, Atlanta. Last Atlanta possession didn't result in a bucket, but this one does. So Luke Kennard gets his feet in the paint and gets the bucket to go. It's 35-26. So former Atlanta Hawk Bones Highland is in the game for Minnesota as Kristaps fouls Nas Reed there as he is reinserted in the lineup. So Atlanta has to go. They have to go on runs when Ant Man is out. They definitely have to take advantage of. I think Minnesota can still score when he's out, but they need to limit Nas Reed, and I think they'll be all right. I don't think really anybody else from Minnesota can really score in high volumes like that. So Nas Reed at the line is 27-35. Knocks down both those free throws for Minnesota. So Luke Kennard in, he is truly playing that facilitator role at the moment. Kristaps Porzingis in the corner for the triple. Gets it to go, so the lead grows to 10 points. It's 38-28. Kristaps has 6. He has 2 triples under his belt already. So Bones Highland gets it up, but can't get it to go. Hawks running the floor, getting back on offense. Dyson finds Luke for 3. 41-28. Minnesota 0 field goals in the last 5 minutes and some change. So they're going on 6 minutes without a single field goal, and it continues as Nas Reed breaks the 3. Dyson finds Zach. That was a very aggressive closeout for Minnesota, and Zach cannot get that lay to go. Yeah, excuse me if I'm sniffling. I sound congested, y'all. Yeah, I'm going through it. So, like I said, Minnesota 0 field goals in 6 minutes and 6 seconds. So, Atlanta's defense partially um, has been at fault for Minnesota, but it's really Minnesota just missing shots at the moment, turning the ball over. Good stuff, Asa. Asa does a fantastic job at offensive rebounding, and that is definitely a plus for Atlanta because they don't really have anybody that can really say they are a great offensive rebounder, and that is Asa. Stelly wants to join the broadcast, so it's 41-28. Dyson finds Luke. Luke gets in the paint. Luke dumps it off to Dyson and gets a bucket. You can't get up there, little girl. You can't get up there. Hey, as Asa rips it away, good pass from Ricochet finds Porzingis on the break. Atlanta is back to balling. Who knew Porzingis would be the answer? It's 45-28. Who knew Atlanta was just missing Kristaps Porzingis? Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I had a feeling for a reason. If Atlanta stays healthy, y'all heard it here first, man. We're top 5 in the East. I don't care what these results have been these past couple games, man. I don't care. If Atlanta Hawks are healthy, we top 5 in the East. It sucks that we have to say that almost every year because I know injuries are part of the game, but I'm telling y'all, man, I'm telling y'all. I see the vision, man. I see the vision. I know everybody gonna be like, I'm out of here. But nah, man, I'm telling y'all, call me delusional, whatever you want to call me, man, whatever you want to call me. But let's look at the stats real quick. Kristaps, slow start, but he has turned it around. He has 8 points. He has 2 of 3 from three, so he has two threes. Like I said, kind of slow start. First couple field goals didn't go for him, which is kind of typical for Kristaps. I've been noticing. Um, if those first couple shots aren't falling, he is bound to still shoot and more than likely start hitting. So shoot or shoot. That is one thing. Shoot or shoot. So don't let that first missed shot discourage you. If you are a young hooper out there, keep shooting as long as it's within the offense. Don't force nothing, but make sure it's smart and you'll be all right. But Dyson, 6.6 rebounds, 6 assists already with a steal and a block. Dyson Daniels stuffing the stat sheet already. Jalen has 10 and 3. Onyeka has 4, 4 and 4. Zach has 5 and a rebound and an assist. So Atlanta just playing well. Asa has 2 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist, as well as Kennard. He is active early, 5 points and a steal. So he's 2 of 5 from the field, which is, but 1 of 2 from three. So it's what you like to see. He's Luke Kennard is definitely playing more minutes as more so a facilitator for Atlanta. He has not been able to really. He's played a lot over this last 7, 8 games, but so it is 45-28. My stream is lagging a little bit. Oh my God. Jalen Johnson dimes Porzingis, and Porzingis with a smooth touch just puts it up and in for Atlanta. Julius Randle finally gives um, Minnesota something to cheer for as he knocks down that three. They are 2 for 7. They ended that scoreless or no field goal drought. Yup. They over pursued on that pick and roll with Jalen, and Porzingis says, I'm going to handle that. So Atlanta definitely has been missing Kristaps Porzingis. Great stuff. Atlanta's defense forces a miss. Ricochet passes it up to Jalen, and Jalen is about to get active. You talking about me? Hey Akuma, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I would definitely love to link up with We Talk Hawks. I definitely am a fan of their page. I definitely be tapping in every now and then in the chat. So we definitely would link up with them. Appreciate you tapping in as well. But yeah, they We Talk Hawks. They definitely kind of let me know that there is other there are other Atlanta Hawks fans out there across the world. So they definitely were a little influence on me kind of starting up this little watch along page, or I guess my adding a watch along to the YouTube. So Jalen Johnson just bullies Julius Randle there. Oh my goodness. So Atlanta on a 19-5 run here. 52-33. Ant-Man is back in from Minnesota, and Jalen just picks the pass off, and surprise, 54-33. Atlanta back, man. We are back. We are back. We up 21. Oh my God. If this was the other week, we'd be down by 21. What a feeling, man. What a feeling. I can't say, man. I never did lose hope. It was disheartening watching Atlanta get smacked, but oh yeah, Bricks, DiVincenzo Bricks, Jalen playmaking finds Luke. Luke finding something to do, gets the lay. Oh, it's good look, but Ricochet bullies him. No foul. Okay, but hey, that's a great rebound by Ricochet. He just rips the offensive board away. Great stuff, man. Ricochet playing a whole lot more aggressive, which you love to see. Um, bro, Catalucci, bro, 7 in a row, dog. 7. This is the same team that lost 7. Granted, Kristaps is back though, so it might not be the same team. I might have just underestimated how important Kristaps Porzingis is to this roster. And I will say it, man. I was wrong. I didn't think Kristaps was gonna be this important. But this is one game, so it's a small sample size. But y'all, oh boy, oh man, hey, if Trey was back, oh my god, if Trey was back, oh my god, if Trey was back, hell hell Latvia, facts, bro. I might get dual citizenship after this one. God damn, bro. If Kristaps leads the way, oh man, what? And that's my thing. That's my thing too. So everybody wants to say Trey can't be the number one on the team, right? Okay, hear me out. So why? Okay, so why would Atlanta trade Trey when now they have a potential one in Jalen? They have a potential two in Porzingis, which Porzingis is already a certified number two. He came onto this team and they say he's number two. And in my opinion, I said Jalen was over Kristaps before the season even started. So, and I'm not saying, I'm not trying to stand on my soapbox and say, look at me, I'm right. But I'm just saying, if you look at it, Jalen has always been Atlanta's number two. He just never really got the full opportunity. He was doing the same things he was doing this year, less volume, I guess, just in less games. He's doing the same thing, putting up the same averages. He was in the same categories he was in, with Giannis and Jokic, averaging those type of numbers. So, with that being said, why is it now that Atlanta should trade Trey when they now have a one and a potential two to play alongside Trey? Now that they say Trey can't be the number one, okay, we've seen what. Uh, so we got a challenge here. Um, yeah, they got all ball, but Dante DiVincenzo got his arm there. So, like I said, now that Atlanta has a one and a potential two, I don't think that now is the time to trade Trey. I really don't. Um, Now is the time to buy into Trey. We finally gave Trey a team. Although we have been struggling, Kristaps wasn't there, and I didn't think he was that important to the team. So that challenge was unsuccessful, even though Dante DiVincenzo did smack Ricochet on the arm. They said the defender got to the ball first. So timeout, Atlanta challenge unsuccessful. They lost their challenge in the first half. No way, bro. All right, they tweaking right now. So it's Minnesota basketball. Quinn still chatting up with the other official about that last Ricochet foul. It would be the most Atlanta thing if they lost this game. I can't even lie to y'all. I think this will probably if it happens, I think this would be the worst loss of this 8 game stretch. But so Minnesota somehow cuts it to 17. Onyeka gets the three up, can't get it to go. It was a good look. Onyeka's been playing a lot better. this stretch, I think he was just a gas man. Not having a backup center is really tough, and DiVincenzo just gets left open, but he smokes the three. He with us. Jalen, smooth. 16 points for Jalen, 7 of 9 from the field. I know a lot of people were worried about when Trey gets back if Jalen is gonna be a little uh, compressed, and that is not the case. Jalen's numbers have actually went up with Jalen or Trey back, as that three cannot go um, for Jalen. It's in and out. He is 7 for 10. He's shooting 70% from the field. And man, trying to find something, but Atlanta's defense doing really well against him. Ricochet going straight up, causing a miss, a collection of misses. Atlanta's defense is excellent at the rim. They're playing straight up. The point and Edwards for 41 PRA, 41 and a half. Um, I will say PRA is the way to go, brother. Jesus, this is a tough stretch of basketball. Veet Krejci for three. 41 and a half. The way he's scoring, I would say, yeah. He is the only one for Minnesota that's still in a rhythm. Literally the only one. So that might be the downfall as Anthony Edwards is getting to the line. So yeah, like I said, I feel you, bro. Since Anthony Edwards is a Bulldog, he is a former Georgia Bulldog. I hope he hit it for you, but I hope they lose the game since you did go PRA. So I appreciate you not going money line or the over for Minnesota. So I appreciate you, big dog. It's only the PRA. That's the way to go. So I think he gonna hit it for you, big dog. He gonna hit that for you, and you gonna come into the new year a little bit up, a little more up than you were this year. You know what I'm saying? You gonna walk into the new year feeling a little better. Pockets a little heavier. You feel me? The point. You gonna get that shit. Just don't bet against Atlanta, dog. Cause I can't cheer for you then. Jalen Johnson, bank is open. It ain't closed yet. It's 41-61. Jalen has a nice 18 points here with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. So Jalen might have a 40-point game. So great defense, as he's probably heard the chatter too. Everybody is like, "Oh man, he sucks on defense," which he hasn't been the greatest, but hey, um, his production on offense has gone up tremendously. So, and I think people got to realize the Hawks are just kind of getting used to officially no Clint Capella. I know everybody was like, "Oh, he's a shell of himself." His last couple years for Atlanta, but he still was impactful. He still was a positive backline defender for Atlanta when he was still there. So even though he wasn't the Clint Capella of old, he definitely was helping Atlanta's defense. So Atlanta definitely had to make some adjustments this year. They got to get used to that. Not having an anchor on defense, not having somebody that can just vacuum the board. Um, Anthony Edwards almost turned the ball over. Nikhil almost had it. So Nikhil playing his former team too. I think this is his actual first game playing Minnesota this year. So Veet Krejci, a little lazy foul there. Just wasn't quite in position. So it's all good. Veet playing well. Um, Veet isn't our strongest defender either. So I mean, we'll take it. So Atlanta is up by 23 with 2:32 to go. So I hope everybody has a great New Year. Y'all be safe tonight, man. Y'all be safe. Don't drink and drive. Call that Uber. Call that Lyft. Ride with the DD. Y'all be safe tonight, man. Y'all getting everybody getting into anything tonight. Y'all be safe, be smart. Leave the function if it gets a little too rowdy. Don't stick around. That's a block, exactly. And one. That's a crazy continuation though. So Atlanta getting calls they need, bro. They are getting the calls that they need. Excuse me, I'm gonna blow my nose real quick. So y'all can go into the line. Give me 1 second, yo. So we got a foul on Atlanta now. So good rotation from Minnesota. Oh, they got bailed out. Atlanta played good defense for 23 and a half seconds, and they get bailed out. That's crazy work. Ball don't lie. Julius Randle misses that. Misses the free throw. Ball don't lie, though. Ball does not lie, y'all. Julius Randle has 11 points, 3 rebounds. So 67-42, man. If you would have told me this was gonna be the case, I probably wouldn't have believed you. But hey, I did have a feeling that Atlanta this could be the game, but I didn't want to get my hopes up. My expectations have been crushed these previous days. Atlanta has been losing games they probably should win. Onyeka for three. A minute 30 to go in the second quarter. Atlanta is up by 27 points. 27, man. In the midst of a 7 game losing streak, I just want y'all to know anything is possible in the NBA. I know as Anthony Edwards gets that bucket, the point, that bucket, each bucket is gonna be for the point, and everybody who went over on that parlay for Ant. Jalen feeling it. He gets the three up, can't get it to go, unfortunately. So Atlanta is electing to close this game out with their starters, but V. Krejci is in place of Ricochet, which I'm not. Hey, I'm not gonna nitpick, man. Atlanta's up by 23, so I'm not gonna nitpick, but I would like Ricochet to be closing these at these times. Jalen gets it up, probably got fouled there, but refs been letting it play. And I can't lie, bro. Ricochet is a whole lot better defender. Watch out. Yeah, there we go. Ricochet is a whole lot better defender than V. Even though Ricochet might not be as consistent shooting wise, even though I don't think V is having a phenomenal season, but I really don't think Ricochet is that worse at that three spot in for this lineup right now. So not really sure what Quinn sees, but he is the head coach. So 21 seconds here. I might be a little bit behind. So Nikhil going to work against his former team, gets it up, gets swatted. So Atlanta has 3.5 seconds to shoot on the shot clock. They have 10.5 seconds in this first half. So trying to pull up the stats here. Onyeka's three look good, but just off a little bit. So Jalen has 18. Onyeka has 10. Um, Kristaps has 13. So Atlanta has a little mini big three brewing right now. Jalen, Onyeka, and Kristaps. Front court is holding it down. As These past couple games, it's been pretty depleted. So halftime is here, and Atlanta leads by 21 points, y'all. Hey man, hey man, say man, he gonna get it. He gonna get it, man. He has been Minnesota's only. Yo, yeah. Hear my thoughts, man. You gonna get it. He has been Minnesota's only bright spot. Ant is 8 of 13 from the field, 2 of 5 from three, 6 of 6 from the line. Um, has 24 points from Minnesota. So if he can get some assists, if his teammates can start hitting, which I really don't want to see, I just hope he has 42 for you in a loss. So I hope Ant Man can get that 42 and that L. Unfortunately for him, but hopefully he gets his. Dante DiVincenzo 0 points. Rudy Gobert has two. Jaden McDaniels has two. And Nas Reed has six off the bench and three for Jalen Clark. Hasn't really been too much positive stuff going on for Minnesota, which I don't care. I'm a Hawk fan, man. I want just that. So Atlanta playing really good defense, taking advantage of Minnesota's misses. They are crashing the glass when they need to. They are forcing turnovers, and it all has amounted to a 21-point lead. So Jalen is the leading scorer for Atlanta. He has 18, 7, and 3. Atlanta is shooting 40% as a team from three, 10 of 25. They're shooting 50% from the field, 29%. 29 of 58 for Atlanta for 50%. Meanwhile, Minnesota's shooting 37 from the field and 26 from three. So if you're looking at why Atlanta's up by 21, partially Atlanta's having a good game, and partially Minnesota is just shooting bricks right now. Facts. Now, Ant-Man always goes crazy in Atlanta. It always goes crazy. He probably finna have 40 and then go out tonight. So he probably gonna have a good night. So shout out to Ant. He is back home. Um, Hopefully, some way, Atlanta can bring Ant-Man home before his career is over, because that would be legendary. I think if Atlanta starts winning, I think they will attract. I think they will attract. At least a hometown name. But unfortunately, the point Trey is out tonight. He has a right quad contusion. He has been battling that for the past, I would say, week. He played through it when the Knicks were in town, but he just hasn't been able to, I guess, be in game form in these previous ones. He has missed the OKC game, and he missed the this game. So I know the timing is extraordinary, but I really don't. I'm not really buying into the reports that they're trying to trade Trey or they're looking for a new destination for Trey. If you're asking me, this is the perfect rotation or roster for Trey. Someone like Trey doesn't have to be the guy, but he can be a guy, and really the foundational guy. Um, I think a lot of people downplay Trey's leadership, and they downplay just Trey as an overall contribution to the team and to the game. So anything can happen. I don't want to talk in absolutes and like definitives. Like I definitely know what's gonna happen and what's not gonna happen. I don't. I don't have any sources. I guess even if I did, I wouldn't be allowed to give them up. But I don't have any sources. This is just me going off my intuition, and I just don't think Atlanta's gonna let that happen. Facts, man. And need to lead the Wolves. I know they're having a little bit of turmoil right now. I know they're not having the best season, but hopefully it's time for Minnesota. I know Minnesota would hate to hear me say that, but hey, man, bring them home, bro. Bring them home. Auntie Soleil, please bring Ant-Man home. Just don't trade nobody. Just bring Ant-Man home, bro. So in every category, Atlanta is up. Steals, they're tied at blocks 4 apiece. But offensive rebounds 6 to 9. Atlanta just has to do a good job keeping Minnesota off the offensive glass because that is going to be an easy way for them to come back. But defensive rebounds, they're up. Points off turnovers, 11-4, so they have taken advantage of when they turn the ball over. And Atlanta is a league leading 31 assists per game team, and they come in at number one, and they already have 23 assists. So great stuff from Atlanta passing the ball. That's really mainly Jalen and no, excuse me. Um, it's really Dyson. Dyson has 7. Onyeka has 4. Jalen has 3. And I believe everybody except Porzingis has recorded an assist. So this is the halftime break. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna blow my nose. I'm gonna gargle some salt water. So give me 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back. I'm trying to get this mucus out of my system. So give me 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back on the mic to break down that first half a little bit, and we'll get ready for that second half in just 1 second. So y'all give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Y'all stick with me. I appreciate y'all if y'all do, but I'll see y'all in 1 second. Yo, the point. I came back just in time. I appreciate it. Catalucci, I appreciate y'all too. I've been slacking. I don't have my stream notifications on. I need to add that though. I appreciate y'all following on Twitch. Y'all tapped in. I appreciate y'all, man. I greatly appreciate y'all. We are back. Halftime's back. I'm feeling better. Somewhat. I got a cough drop in, so excuse me. If I'm too loud, please let me know. That's one of my pet peeves, man. Hearing people chew, drink, eat, whatever, consume food. It's one of my pet peeves. So let me know if I'm too loud in the mic, please. Onwu Kamuchi. Hey, if you're sick, gargle salt water. I guarantee you it's gonna help. So action's about to be underway. It's 49-70. Atlanta has a tough schedule coming up, but knowing Atlanta, watch them bounce back during the tough stretch and struggle during that easy stretch. So miss for Ant. Sorry to point, but he comes out shooting though, so that's positive. Ricochet lines it up against Ant, and Nikhil just moves his feet before he puts the ball on the floor. So turnover for Atlanta is 49-70. So McDaniels just up in the air, not knowing what to do. Turns it over right to Dyson. Dyson finds Nikhil in the corner, but Nikhil misses the mark. And Minnesota just gets back on the break pretty quick. So Minnesota's defense playing a whole lot better as Ant swipes it away from Onyeka, but it stays here. It is Atlanta basketball. So still early on here. Atlanta's coming out a little slow. Still a 21-point lead. Nikhil gets it in the corner from Dyson. Ricochet attacks. We got a foul here on Minnesota as Ricochet was attacking. Doggo, you think so? You think Wolves going crazy in the third? It wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility that the third quarter is their best quarter. First two was pretty bad for Minnesota. Yeah, I was about to say. So lackadaisical defense there by DiVincenzo results in a foul for Dyson. So Dyson has 6 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists here early on. He has been playing great. Hawks have also just been hitting shots. So Dyson at the line. Doggo thinks Ant gonna get 50. What y'all think? Y'all think Ant going for 50? I think Jalen is gonna outscore Ant. That's my prediction, Doggo. So Dyson misses the second of two. Rudy and Julius fighting over the board. So good defense here from Atlanta as Minnesota is trying to find a good shot. As Gobert throws it out of bounds. Jalen Johnson just continuing to go to that move, just bullying Julius off his spot. Jalen got 20. So Nikhil chasing Julius Randle. And Ant knocks down that three. Bro, he is with us, bro. Doggo, that's funny as hell. You right though, he is with us tonight. Um, that is a good way to describe it. DiVincenzo is playing good for the Hawks tonight. What a pass. Jalen Dimes on Yeka. Just a bullet pass. Probably took Onyeka's hand off with it, and Onyeka puts it in the bucket. So Atlanta's defense caught slipping there a little bit, and Julius Randle takes advantage of that, gets to the free throw line, and Onyeka picks up a foul. Another positive, as the broadcast shows, Jalen Dime up on Onyeka there, big Oski. But yeah, another advantage with Kristaps being back. Onyeka doesn't have to be in foul trouble back-to-back games. I don't think Onyeka's gonna foul out this game. Atlanta does have a safety valve for center now. I believe Atlanta's always had their starting center in Onyeka. Honestly, it took me a while to have faith, as Dwight is courtside and he has an interesting outfit on. As Gobert shows his influence as he fights for that offensive rebound, and that results in a Jaden McDaniels three. So 17 points is the lead for Atlanta. Got a foul on Julius Randle against Onyeka. That was Minnesota's first offensive rebound of the second half. So that not being a foul is interesting. So they show Trey on the bench. Oh, so Doggo, you a Minnesota fan, ain't you? I respect it, bro. Good defense from Atlanta, but it still results in a bucket. So Atlanta's lead is evaporating slowly. 14 points. They're still up double digits, so it's not all lost. But offense has kind of slowed down for Atlanta. Not quite shooting as well. They just don't seem to have that energy like they did that first half. So hopefully Atlanta can get it together after his first time out, and they can close this game out pretty confidently. Um, Doggo, I wouldn't be mad at Ant Man getting 50, but hopefully he gets 50 in a loss. So Minnesota slowly coming back. It's 14 points. Ant Man is having himself a game. I think he is close to 30 already, if he hasn't cracked 30. I feel you, man. I appreciate you tapping into the open gym, even though we are a Hawks, centered stream. It don't matter. We welcome everybody. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, dog. RIP playback too, because that's where I was streaming heavily for these Atlanta games. RIP playback, bro. It was probably the best platform to watch creators and the game as well. So hopefully we get a variation of playback coming back in the near future. But I appreciate Doggo and everybody else tapped in on YouTube, Twitch, or Twitter. Y'all don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. It definitely helps the channel, and I greatly appreciate y'all. We can grow the channel together for this new year. Hopefully, 2026 can bring us Bring us all blessings, y'all. Bring us all blessings. So we got 8:42 left in this third quarter. Wolves are slowly creeping back. Atlanta's offense has kind of gone quiet, but still early on here in the second half. So Atlanta comes in on an unfortunate 7 game losing streak. So shorthanded Hawks played really well against OKC. So I'm sure that gave them some sort of confidence, some sort of understanding of, hey, this is the level we have to play at, and if we do, we're gonna be competitive on any night. Both these games, Trey has been out, but the last game they were missing Jalen and Kristaps. So after the timeout, it's a bucket. That's exactly what you want to see. So Jalen gets the bucket. It's a great read on Jacob finds Jalen just playing the passing lanes, hustling, getting to the ball, but unfortunately he stepped out of bounds. So great hustle by Jalen to deflect that pass, but nothing quite comes of it right there. But DiVincenzo, he with us. DiVincenzo with us tonight, y'all. He playing perfect for Atlanta. So 61-77, Atlanta forces another turnover. That is 10 total turnovers for the Timberwolves. That's kind of a tongue twister. Y'all try that. 10 total turnovers for the Timberwolves. Nikhil, yeah, good luck. Can't get it to go. Ricochet and Onyeka fighting for the board. Can't come away with it. And Ant-Man comes away. He's on the break. Gets up in the air. Can't really find nobody to go to. And it's deflected by Atlanta. So both teams have 7 attempts field goal wise this quarter. That's a foul on Nikhil as Ant-Man drives. And Nikhil's face says otherwise. Trust me, I've seen it, unfortunately. Okay, Doggo, let me know, man. How are the vibes over in Minnesota right now? I know in the media you really can't pick up the vibes because they really don't report on our teams like they're supposed to with full context and of what's going on. So how is it over in Timberwolves land, bro? Are y'all are y'all panicking? Y'all have a good record, 21-12. I know probably not the most ideal, but as Gobert cleans up that Jalen Johnson miss, and Julius Randle just can't hold on to the ball. You know, I'm I'm not surprised. Well, I am surprised that Timberwolves fans have been so calm on Julius Randle. Um, maybe I'm not as tapped into the Timberwolves universe that as I need to be, but yeah, let me know, bro. What is it like over in Timberwolf fandom? I know in Hawksland it's getting a little spooky. So this game is much needed for Atlanta. Dyson recognizes Gobert is late on that pickup. Got a foul on the floor against Minnesota. So I'm sure Minnesota's close to going over the limit. So on the floor for Atlanta is Jalen, Dyson, Porzingis, Ricochet, and Krejci. I'm not mad at this lineup. I'm not mad at Krejci playing. I would just like to see Ricochet out there a whole lot more than he is. I think I don't want to say Quinn is holding him back. I know I've gone almost scorched earth on Quinn Snyder some nights, but I feel you. Yeah, I don't think you have to be from somewhere to be a fan of a team. So I'm not really gatekeeping that one. So Dyson playing good defense against Ant, but he's called for a foul. So yeah, that Christmas Day game, didn't y'all play Denver? That was a great one. I can't lie, I didn't stay up for it, but it was a good one. I saw all the clips and stuff. Dyson might have a point. Let's go. Let's go. Jalen Dime finds Ricochet on the break. Ricochet has 7 points. Jalen now has about 4 assists. Ricochet playing great defense against Nas Reed. That's a travel, buddy. That's too many steps. You cannot do that. So Jalen gets the rebound, slings it to Ricochet on the break, and Ricochet throws it down. So Atlanta has responded nicely to Minnesota's runs. Jalen going against Gobert is too easy. That's an easy bucket. It's 81-62. I know Nikhil is loving this. Chris Stabs. Oh, Rudy Gobert sneaks it in. Woo! Porzingis saw the mouse in the house and he attacked. 15 for Porzingis. Yeah, I know, doggo. It is looking a little rough for Minnesota. At least you're honest. So Atlanta is bouncing back, and Ant just responds emphatically with that jam. 30 points for Ant. 10 for 17 too. He's having himself a game. So miscommunication from Minnesota leads to a Jalen Johnson bucket. That's what we like to see. 85-66. 26 for Jalen. DiVincenzo finally hits one. Knocks down that three. That's his second 3-pointer of the game. He's 2 of 6 from three. I'm sure Doggo would like to see DiVincenzo finally hit that shot. Jalen Johnson finds Veet, but Veet just not ready for the pass. But he knocks down the three regardless. It's 88-69. Foul on the floor. So Atlanta did a good job at forcing Minnesota to miss that first one, but Minnesota does a good job. Rudy Gobert does his thing, gets that offensive rebound, and Ant Man's going to the line. So it's 69-88. Ricochet hits the bench for Atlanta. Luke Kennard takes his spot, so it'll be Dyson, Luke, Veet, Chris Stapps, and Jalen out there. Excuse me. Yeah, we go Jalen. That has to be Jalen's second or third steal. Yeah, 50 and a loss is tough. Tell me about it. Jalen had one of those games and Atlanta still lost, so I know, bro. I know. I know how it feels, dog. So Jalen Clark misses that three for Minnesota, and that is a positive. So Atlanta out on the break, and Dyson bullying that fool, bruh. Come on, and one. Let's go. Let's go. 90-69, Playboy. Put him on the Barbie, mate. Put him on the Barbie, mate. Deep fried. Let's go, Dyson. Pardon my Australian accent, y'all. You know, it sounds worse than it probably is because I'm congested. So it's 90 to 69. Dyson has 9 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists. So he misses that and one opportunity, but I don't care. Hawks are up by 31 points. I know the narratives after this game are going to be disgusting. As Asa snatches that rebound away from Minnesota, and now Dyson is trying to dice up the defense. And Onyeka attacking. He finds Kennard for the outlet. And Onyeka does not pay attention to the smaller defender and buries the triple. 93 to 69. Onyeka has 15 points. He's 2 of 5 from 3, so he is continuing his great shooting. Step back for Ant. It's a little long, but Atlanta cannot come away with it, and it's going to be Atlanta basketball because Minnesota poked it away. So we got to break into action. Great game for Atlanta. I'd like to see Mo Gay play now. I'd like to see Mo Gay play. That is a bucket. Atlanta. I thought that was up by 31. I'm tripping, y'all. They're about 20, 24. Excuse me. I'm a little ahead of myself. But it has been a game for the Hawks. They're up, like I said, 24, not by 31. My math is crooked. But Jalen having himself a game. He has 26, 8, and 6 with 2 steals and a block. Onyeka has a good line, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. And like I said, Dyson is sitting at 9 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Nikhil not so active shooting wise, but he has 8 points. Ricochet has 7 points, so that rounds out the starting five. But Kristaps though, Kristaps in his return he has 15 points. He's shooting 6 of 11 from the field, 2 of 3 from three. So it's been positive for Kristaps. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. So great stuff for Atlanta. I know this is much needed for the Hawks. A 7 game losing streak was just not in the picture for most Hawks fans. I think I thought Hawks were gonna drop maybe 5 at max, but we they kept losing, and the schedule did not get easier. But Atlanta almost pulled it off against OKC. I know they lost by double digits, but OKC really pulled away in that fourth quarter. That's really the turning point. That was the turning point for Oklahoma City. But Atlanta stayed in that game. They played really well against OKC. They played really well against New York, even though that game was a little chunky. It wasn't really as smooth as these previous ones have been for Atlanta. Smooth, I mean, I believe they had 21 turnovers in that next game, so it was pretty ugly. And that Miami game was, I think, probably a low point for Atlanta as a team. Um, they just couldn't get really anything done against Miami. They came out and performed a whole lot better against New York. Um, and then OKC to follow that up. And I know the results aren't what everybody was looking for with wins, but hey, as long as they're competitive, man. As long as they're competitive, that's what I think. Atlanta should have never lost those Bulls games, man. I think they positioned themselves to win. They just lost in unfortunate ways. So 2 minutes and some change here, and we got a foul. So hopefully, Onyeka went down last game. I think he landed just a little awkwardly on that foot last game, but it wasn't on the injury report or nothing for this game. But he just goes down awkwardly again right there. So it's 93 to 69. Like I said, a little over 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter. It's been an excellent game for Atlanta. 93-69. Hey, I did not think they were going to play like this. I thought they could get the dub, but this comfortably, nah. So with a healthy Hawks team, I see the vision. I see the vision. Chris Stapps is back. Um, kind of everybody's clicking. I think once Trey kind of comes back with Porzingis, I think that's when Atlanta will be at their full firepower, obviously. And if you're a Hawks fan, just ignore the reports until something concrete comes out. And by concrete, I mean I'm sure there's a handful of Hawks reporters who have information, but one of the guys I go to, Brad Rowland, is definitely one of the Hawks reporters that definitely has valid information about the team. So unless there's news coming from him or the team officially somehow puts it out there, they talk to